Let's go to Taylor in Knoxville. What's up, Taylor?
Hey, how are you today?
I was good up until that last transition there, and I blew it. So we can get back on
That
track
was
here.
great.
What's up?
Super great. Hey, well, I wanted to get y'all's advice on something me and my husband have been going through. And basically, my husband immigrated here to America as an adult. He came here for school. We've been married for 3 years now, and we are struggling and need advice on facilitating a conversation with his family that still is living in South America, his home country, to really facilitate a conversation with them so that we're not left paying for them and their living expenses, which is what we're doing. We are supporting them.
Okay. Is in a number of South American cultures, that's expected. That's a norm. Um,
Yep.
is this something that your husband feels like he's ready to part ways with?
So, as a pack, like when we were getting married, when we were preparing for marriage, we had the conversation, and I knew that his mom would need to be supported.
Mm-hmm.
So that's totally fine, and that's something that we are prepared to do. It has gone to a place now where we're supporting more than just his mom. And I want to say that my husband is the baby of all his siblings,
Mm-hmm.
and he's supporting 4 siblings at
Okay.
this point.
So let me ask
So
my question in a
it's
different
led
way.
in,
You
hmm
you said we. Are you
hmm
done with this, or is he done with this too?
He's done with it too. And it really started at the first of the year. We had kind of a blowout with the family that kind of spurred him realizing how done with it he was. Um, I come from a different place. I'm trying to be more patient. I'm an only child,
Okay.
and the differences there are stark. I'm
Yes.
trying to be more giving, but I'm also trying to get us in a place where they can be self-sustaining so we can be separate in our own way.
Sure. So you're dealing with some financial realities and some birth order realities and some just cultural differences, right? Which is common and
Yes.
normal and can be confusing and frustrating and super fun, all that all mixed into one. Ultimately, the question you're asking is as simple as here is what we as a married couple will agree to send away from our home to care for your family. And we will
Mhm.
send this much. And that's what we have to send. The rest of it, we're going to give every dollar a name. The rest of it is going to go to paying our debts off, to buying us a home, to providing some stability for our family unit here in the United States. And whatever number you agree on is probably going to be way less than he feels comfortable. And that doesn't mean that he feels that it's wrong, but he's going to wish he had more money to send home to take care of everybody, okay? And it's probably going to be more than you would like to because you'd like to keep all the
Mhm.
money you make, right? And we're going to agree on a number, and then we're not going to fight about it anymore. And then here's the deal. You cannot make his family self-reliant. That's a choice they have to make.
Yeah.
You can't make him feel less guilty. He's going to feel some guilt because his life is going to look different than his brothers and his sisters and his family. Okay? What you
hmm
can do is y'all agree on this thing together and you can support each other as you experience these ups and downs. Does that sound fair?
It sounds fair.
Let me say
And
this. There's not a conversation you're going to have with his family that's going to go well.
okay,
That won't exist.
he
There's not a magic line that
he
he's going to call
he
him and be like, I decided they're going to go, oh, okay, cool. That's not going to happen.
right. He's tried to have conversations and tried to explain with his siblings. Like his siblings are just a few years older than him, but like I said, he's the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And those conversations, as well intentioned as they are, they end with him being a villain
Mm-hmm.
in their eyes, and it's very emotional, and it's very, well, what are we going to do?
So at some point you have to
And
stop having a conversation. because it's not fruitful.
Yeah.
One of my core tenets is only speak if you can be heard. And right now, his family has proven to him he can't be heard. They're going to
Yeah.
keep beating him down until they get what they want from him, which is not his relationship, it's his money.
If the relationship is hinging on a paycheck, then there was no relationship. So if this money stops and they decide to disown him, that's something you guys have to own and move on as a boundary and go, all right, that sucks that we can't be family anymore, but this can't continue because they're taking advantage of him at this point. This is not generosity.
Right. It's
Yeah.
almost, yeah.
It's gotten to the point where, well, it's been at this point for a long time, that we don't call to check in on them because we're just waiting for them to call with whatever the new drama is. And that's not a place that we want to be in. We are trying to have family moments together.
But you don't get to choose those moments.
Okay.
A plug, like the end of an outlet, like the end of an extension cord, has to have a plug that will receive it for the electricity to channel through. And you could be the greatest end of an extension cord, but if you're just trying to jam it into a wall, it won't go in there if there's no plug that will receive it. And if they want $2,500 of your money every month, and you've decided we can afford $500 to send to support grandma and a couple of other nicks and necks, or to support mom, that's what you can do. And if they don't want to be in a relationship to you, then that's their choice. And that's for you to grieve and be upset about. But what you're not owning is that you control the other side of this thing. At some point, you have to accept and make peace that somebody wants to be in a relationship with you only as much as you will give them cash.
Yeah.
And that's heartbreaking, and it stinks because that's not the way that we want it to be in our hearts and minds. We want all of our families to get along and have great memories and adventures, and we're going to go visit there, and they're going to come visit here. And the reality is, it doesn't often work like that in families.
How much are you sending every month, Taylor, total?
So right now, because mom and sister live together, we're sending $400. It pays for their apartment and their bills.
Let's back. I want to back up real quick. I want to back up. It has nothing to do with mom or sister. That's not why you're sending money. You're sending money because y'all are choosing to send $400. Okay.
I think I don't even know if we're choosing, because the sustainability of life there is a whole lot different than it is here.
Exactly.
That's something that I also struggle to understand, is because, for our relationship to continue, we have been having a relationship with them, as we pay for their planes to come up here and visit us. They just stayed with us for 2 months through the holidays.
But if you're broke and you can't eat and you can't pay your rent, then that's going to get cut off eventually anyway. I'd much rather see you guys build a sustainable financial life for yourselves so that you can give when you're able to. But right now you're not able to, and it's causing a lot of problems in your home, okay? Decide what you're going to send and send it, and if they don't want to be a part of your life, it stinks, I know, but you got to grieve it, and you got to be about making something new.